Welcome to yet another exciting episode of The Perspectives of the Bible. If you're someone who treasures the opportunity to delve into the profound narratives and significant teachings that breathe life into sacred texts, we wholeheartedly encourage you to hit that subscribe button, give this video a thumbs up, and activate the notification bell. This way, you will always be updated with our latest and most exhilarating content. Today, we embark on an enlightening and profoundly thoughtful journey entitled Chronicles of Compassion, Acts of Kindness that Shaped Biblical History. In a world that often feels filled with tumult, conflict, and discord, the biblical narrative compellingly demonstrates how genuine acts of kindness can profoundly influence the trajectory of history. From the very moment we open our hearts to let the scriptures breathe their wisdom into our lives, we start to unravel countless instances in which individuals intentionally choose empathy over enmity, compassion over cruelty. These powerful decisions have not only significantly affected the lives of those directly involved, but have also created ripples throughout time, touching the lives of countless others and continuing to shape the events of our current world. Imagine for a moment a striking scene: a widow residing in Zarephath who is confronted with a desolate landscape during a desperate period marked by severe drought and famine. This widow unexpectedly encounters the prophet Elijah, who has the audacity to request not only a mere cup of water, but also a morsel of bread, an audacious ask, especially considering her dire circumstances. Faced with the horrifying prospect of starvation, this widow remarkably demonstrates profound hospitality and kindness toward Elijah, sharing her extremely limited resources in an effort to assist this stranger. Although this act may appear to be insignificant or inconsequential amid such a life-threatening crisis, it not only sustains Elijah physically, but also prompts a miraculous intervention by God. This beautifully illustrates the incredible power of compassionate choices made during the most desperate situations in life. Throughout the rich narratives found in the Bible, kindness flourishes like an expansive river, enriching stories and touching the hearts of innumerable individuals across generations. Consider the poignant tale of Ruth, a Moabite woman who, upon facing the devastating loss of her husband, commits herself to an unwavering promise of love and loyalty to her mother-in-law, Naomi. Ruth's extraordinary selflessness exemplifies the significance of familial bonds and the importance of human connection during times of pain, sorrow, and profound grief. It's fascinating and heartwarming to observe how this singular, inspiring act of loyalty ultimately places Ruth in a prominent position within the lineage of kings, specifically King David and eventually Jesus Christ himself. Her story emphasizes the vital role that compassionate actions play in molding destiny and positively influencing the lives of future generations. However, the themes of compassion and kindness extend far and wide, enriching the pages of Scripture in remarkable ways. We are introduced to the evocative parable of the Good Samaritan, a powerful narrative articulated by Jesus, illustrating the stark contrast between societal norms and genuine compassion. In this story, a traveler who is severely injured and left on the roadside receives assistance not from a priest or a Levite, who might typically be expected to offer help, but rather from a Samaritan, an individual often viewed as an outsider in that society. This profound act of kindness not only saves the man's life, but simultaneously challenges societal norms and ingrained prejudice. It serves as a powerful reminder of how compassion can and should transcend cultural barriers and societal divides. Join us as we delve deeper into these beautiful, enriching stories of kindness, drawing invaluable insights that resonate with our own lives and experiences. What timeless lessons can we extract from these biblical chronicles of compassion that can impact our day-to-day lives? How might we apply these teachings to elevate our everyday interactions with everyone around us? Let's set out together on this thrilling exploration, unlocking the lessons waiting to be discovered within these profound pages. As we continue this enlightening exploration, it's crucial for us to understand the wider context in which these profound acts of kindness occurred. The Bible unfolds against a backdrop dominated by trials and tribulations. Wars, famines, and social injustices were alarmingly prevalent during those turbulent times. Amidst these formidable challenges and immense suffering, remarkable figures such as Ruth and the Good Samaritan emerge as shining beacons of hope and morality, illuminating the profound impact that acts of compassion can have on individuals and society at large. Let's reflect on the inspiring actions of Joseph, a significant character highlighted in the book of Genesis. After being sold into slavery by his own brothers, a traumatic and unimaginable betrayal, Joseph ultimately rises to a prominent position of power in Egypt, becoming a key figure during a time of intense need and struggle. When a severe famine grips the land, those very brothers who once betrayed him arrive, seeking assistance. Rather than allowing a sense of bitterness or replaying the role of a victim to dictate his response, Joseph shows remarkable forgiveness and kindness toward them, thus saving not only his family, but also the sacred nation of Egypt from the brink of starvation during this desperate era. Joseph's powerful narrative unpacks for us the immense strength that kindness can hold, particularly when faced with betrayal, hardship, and challenging adversities. Furthermore, Jesus himself epitomizes compassion throughout his transformative ministry during his time on earth. From healing the sick to feeding the hungry, each and every action taken by Jesus was infused with an abiding love for humanity and a devotion to the welfare of those around him. A moment that particularly resonates with me and is accurately encapsulated in the gospel narratives unfolds when he encounters a woman caught in the act of adultery. Instead of adhering to societal norms that would typically lead to her condemnation, an expected response dictated by law, he responds with grace and compassion, instructing her to go and sin no more. This powerful moment serves as a reminder of the notion that kindness can pave the way to redemption, transformation, and forgiveness for individuals ensnared in cycles of judgment and despair. The threads of compassion are intricately woven into the rich tapestry of biblical history. Each story serves as a compelling reminder that every seemingly small act of kindness carries the profound potential to ripple through time, influencing generations that follow in ways we may not even begin to comprehend. So, how do these uplifting and encouraging tales relate to our lives today? In a world where expressions of kindness may feel increasingly rare, we must take a step back to examine our actions and behaviors, questioning how we might emulate these biblical heroes in our interactions with others. In today's fast-paced society, it is alarmingly easy to overlook the fleeting moments where we could extend genuine acts of kindness. Whether it requires lending a helping hand to a neighbor, exhibiting patience toward someone who might be frustrating us, or actively reaching out to a friend in need, each of these gestures holds incredible potential to spark waves of positive, transformative change within our communities. Just how markedly different could our world become if we all embraced the sacred calling to compassion, rooted in the timeless wisdom of the scriptures? Join us as we further explore more inspirational stories of kindness nestled within the pages of the Bible, delving into meaningful discussions on how we might embody transformative power through acts of compassion in our lives together. In our continuing examination of the Chronicles of Compassion, we now turn our focus to the fertile fields of Bethlehem, where we unearth a striking narrative of kindness embodied by Ruth, the Moabite woman. After the heart-wrenching death of her beloved husband, Ruth resolutely commits herself to her mother-in-law, Naomi, revealing a loyalty that transcends mere cultural boundaries and traditional expectations. Her heartfelt decision to remain by Naomi's side and declare, "Where you go, I will go, and where you stay, I will stay," resonates deeply as an act of profound kindness, warming hearts and dwelling within the very essence of human connections. Ruth's remarkable journey leads her to the expansive, golden fields of Boaz. Through her diligent gleaning efforts, she not only secures sustenance for herself and Naomi, but also sets the stage for divine intervention to unfold. Boaz, a wealthy relative of Naomi, soon becomes increasingly aware of Ruth's unwavering work ethic and unyielding dedication to her family. He extends compassion toward her in meaningful ways, ensuring her safety while she gleans in the fields and providing her with extra grain that far exceeds her initial expectations. This act of kindness ultimately serves as the foundation of a beautiful love story, culminating in Ruth becoming part of the divine lineage of King David herself. This emphasizes how a single act of compassion can resonate far and wide, impacting biblical history and influencing the destinies of countless future generations. Moreover, the relationships built through these acts of kindness encourage us to reflect on our interpersonal connections. It's fascinating to observe how Ruth's dedication transcends time, teaching us the vital importance of loyalty, friendship, and familial care during life's most challenging moments, heavy with adversity and personal challenges. As we forge ahead in our exploration, may we fully embrace the values epitomized by Ruth's unwavering commitment and acts of kindness, offering insight into how our own relationships can inspire hope and growth amid life's most challenging times. These narratives invite us to contemplate the profound impact our individual actions and choices can impart within our communities and beyond, encouraging us to embody life-altering kindness in every aspect of our lives. Now, let us navigate through the timeless and profound story of the Good Samaritan, a narrative that boldly challenges societal norms and entrenched prejudices of that epoch. In Luke 10 verses 25 to 37, we are introduced to a man who has been cruelly beaten and left for dead on the roadside. Several passers-by, including a priest and a Levite, deliberately walk past him, choosing to turn a blind eye to his desperate situation. Conversely, it is a Samaritan, historically at odds with the Jews, who halts his journey and compassionately assists the critically injured man. This Samaritan does not hesitate for even a split second. He attentively bandages the man's wounds and places him on his donkey, transporting him to an inn, where he generously covers the costs associated with the man's complete care and future recovery. This compelling parable illustrates a profound compassion that transcends societal and cultural barriers, teaching us that true kindness and love are not defined by social status, ethnicity, or even differing belief systems. Rather, true kindness is characterized by one's willingness to reach out and offer help to those in distress. The actions of the Good Samaritan emphasize that our neighbors need not be confined to those who look or think like us. They encompass anyone who needs compassion, particularly those who are often overlooked by society. This pivotal story invites each of us to engage in serious self-reflection regarding how we conduct our lives. It implores us to abandon prejudices and genuinely contemplate our responsibilities toward one another as fellow human beings. Are we taking the necessary time to reach out and help those within our community who are facing hardships? Are we recognizing the inherent humanity present within everyone we encounter? As we delve deeper into the impactful narrative of the Good Samaritan, we uncover numerous vital lessons surrounding empathy, generosity, and the very essence of compassion itself. Join us as we further explore additional profound aspects of kindness manifested throughout Scripture, navigating how we can effectively embrace these pivotal principles as we traverse the complexities of contemporary life. Next, let us delve into the touching story of the widow's offering, as recorded in Mark 12 verses 41 to 44. In this poignant scene, Jesus gazes intently at the temple treasury where individuals are donating vast riches. However, it is the humble widow who captures his full attention. She contributes only 2 small copper coins, her entire livelihood, while nearby wealthy individuals boastfully donate their large sums, showcasing their affluence and surplus. Jesus points out that this widow has actually given more than all the others combined, for her offering comes from a place of selflessness and profound sacrifice, illustrating both her unwavering faith and her deep love for God. This profoundly impactful act of generosity not only underscores the widow's remarkable selflessness and faith, but also teaches us that it is not solely the amount we give that holds significance. Rather, it is the pure intent behind our giving that matters in the eyes of God. Her humble offering exemplifies how ordinary actions, when motivated by genuine love and admiration, can create extraordinary ripples that resonate within the very fabric of community and faith, holding meaning that extends far beyond the mere act itself. As we contemplate this powerful story of the widow's offering, we are invited to closely examine our own attitudes toward giving and sharing. How often might we allow our perceptions of significant gestures to overshadow the true value of intent behind our actions? This widow's extraordinary gift challenges us to delve deeper, evaluating how we engage with our resources in all forms, be they time, talents, or treasures, within our communities and broader social spheres. This act encourages us to cultivate a heart posture that prioritizes love, generosity, and kindness above sheer measures of quantity. Together, as those inspired by this impactful narrative, let's proactively seek ways to embody this spirit of compassion in our daily endeavors. Let's take time to reflect on how our humble contributions can genuinely uplift those around us, offering inspiration and fostering resilience within our shared communities. Lastly, we must deeply reflect on the extraordinary compassion exhibited by Jesus throughout his transformative ministry. One of the most compelling and impactful stories unfolds in John 8 verses 1 to 11, where Jesus dramatically intervenes as a woman caught in the act of adultery is brought forth by a crowd of zealous accusers. The atmosphere is thick with tension and charged emotions. The crowd demands justice and insists on stoning her in accordance with the law. Instead of condemning her, an expected reaction dictated by cultural norms, Jesus bends down and writes in the sand, calmly stating, "Let him who is without sin among you be the first to throw a stone at her." This profound moment of compassion and mercy not only saves the woman from imminent death, but also compels the accusers to engage in personal reflection on their own imperfections and sins, creating an environment of grace rather than judgment. "Neither do I condemn you. Go, and from now on, sin no more," he tells her, exuding kindness and a profound loving spirit. This transformative interaction encapsulates the essence of kindness and grace that permeates the gospel, initiating a critical shift from law-based judgment to a love-centered acceptance. As we dissect this riveting exchange, we unveil layers of meaning that challenge and critique societal norms surrounding judgment and sin. It teaches us the fundamental importance of extending grace and possessing the willingness to look beyond mistakes, as well as acknowledging that even those who falter significantly deserve love, forgiveness, and a second chance. This profound lesson further enriches the overarching theme of compassion interwoven throughout the biblical narrative. Reflecting on these powerful stories of kindness opens our hearts and minds, encouraging us to embody this same spirit of compassion in our everyday interactions with others. Join us as we continue to explore the threads of compassion that weave this narrative tapestry together, uncovering how we might apply these life-changing lessons to our contemporary lives today, creating a tangible impact through our actions. As we reach the conclusion of our exploration into compassion and kindness within the context of biblical history, it's essential to reflect on how these acts reverberate across the ages, transcending time and space, ultimately echoing through our lives today. The narratives woven through the Bible are not mere stories. They are transformative lessons that continue to inspire individuals and entire communities toward acting with integrity and a defined sense of purpose. Acts of kindness, performed by both revered prophets and ordinary individuals alike, serve as vital guides for us in the moral and ethical decision-making processes we navigate throughout our lives. These powerful accounts call on each of us to embody compassion, empowering us to contribute positively within the world we inhabit. The parable of the Good Samaritan stands as a prime example, urging each of us to look beyond societal divisions and arbitrary prejudices. It teaches us categorically that compassion knows no bounds. It is not merely about defining who qualifies as our neighbor, but rather how we choose to express love and support to those around us, embracing even the least among us. In our current circumstances, whether in our neighborhoods, workplaces, or vast digital platforms, we are summoned to genuinely act with radical kindness, modeled after the teachings found within the pages of Scripture. Additionally, we must engage deeply with the biblical narrative of Ruth, a woman who pledged unwavering loyalty and love amidst deeply personal adversity. Her steadfast commitment to Naomi unfolds as an extraordinary act of selfless compassion that ultimately leads to her becoming part of the divine lineage connecting King David and subsequently, Jesus. This ultimately illustrates that our acts of kindness hold immense potential to create ripple effects, influencing countless generations in unforeseen ways. The bonds we form through kindness can create a vibrant community that nourishes our souls, providing hope to those who need it most. Compassionate actions inspire transformative change, rippling through entire global communities. From the depths of despair, the simple power of one act of kindness can uplift spirits, encouraging those in need to reclaim their dignity while fully recognizing that their lives hold intrinsic and immeasurable value. Moreover, when we engage in acts of kindness grounded in the wisdom of Scripture, we live out the profound call to love one another, ultimately contributing to a brighter and better world. As we continue to navigate through our daily lives, let's earnestly remember that each kind act, no matter how small, contributes to a larger narrative of compassion. Our collective actions accentuate our shared humanity and serve as a poignant reminder that we are intertwined within this beautiful and intricate world. In a society that sometimes appears divided, our capacity for compassion can become a bridge, fostering understanding amidst diverse communities while helping to heal the wounds inflicted by isolation and misunderstanding. As we move forward, may we make a conscious and deliberate effort to infuse our daily actions with kindness and compassion, drawing inspiration from the lives of those chronicled within the pages of the Bible. Just as those biblical figures influenced and shaped the historical tapestry through their compassionate actions, we too possess the incredible power to effect meaningful change, embodying those same principles in our everyday interactions and relationships. This empowering journey through the Chronicles of Compassion serves as a vibrant call to create a culture in which kindness is not merely celebrated, but actively valued in every expression of our daily lives. In each chapter of our existence, ranging from heartfelt family gatherings to impactful community outreach efforts, we have the unique opportunity to uplift one another in ways that beautifully reflect our faith while affirming our unwavering commitment to the teachings consistently illustrated throughout biblical history. The stories of kindness are not relics of the past. Rather, they serve as essential blueprints for how we ought to conduct ourselves and engage intentionally with others today. By actively participating in acts of kindness, we wholeheartedly embrace the teachings embedded in Scripture while simultaneously nurturing an environment where compassion becomes the norm rather than an exception. When we embody this intentional mindset, transformative experiences can emerge, not just for those who benefit from our kindness, but also for ourselves, as our hearts open wider to the goodness inherent in humanity. As we navigate through the complexities of this current social media-driven age, where negativity often dominates headlines and conversations, our personal stories of compassion can transform into powerful counter-narratives, offering the world a much-needed breath of hope and inspiration. We hold the remarkable ability to share moments of kindness on platforms that universally connect us. Whether through simple gestures of goodwill or substantial charitable initiatives, our actions wield the incredible potential to inspire others and nurture a compassionate movement that transcends borders, cultures, and societal differences. Let's imagine a world where acts of kindness are habitual, woven into the very fabric of our existence. When we embrace this mindset, we not only encounter the divine, but also emerge as vessels of God's love within our world. Each small gesture, whether it is sharing a warm smile with a stranger or volunteering to support those facing various challenges, contributes powerfully to a larger movement grounded in compassion, understanding, and love. As we conclude our discussion today, let's take a moment to reflect on the myriad lessons we've gathered from the Chronicles of Compassion. Each narrative we explored serves as a steadfast reminder for us to remain vigilant and proactive in our ongoing pursuit of love, kindness, and compassionate actions. May we carry a piece of these treasured teachings within our hearts, diligently sharing them with those we encounter as we embark on our respective journeys, illuminating the path for those who seek guidance and support along the way. In conclusion, as we reflect on the myriad acts of kindness that have shaped biblical history, let us wholeheartedly commit ourselves to becoming living examples of those compelling narratives preserved throughout Scripture. Whether it involves volunteering our time, offering support to someone facing challenges, or simply sharing a moment of empathy, each of us possesses the unique potential to act as a catalyst for kindness and compassion. By doing so, we uplift those around us while nurturing a profound sense of purpose within ourselves, thus contributing to a brighter and better world for everyone. It remains essential to remember that compassion doesn't always require monumental gestures or significant sacrifices. Instead, it flourishes within small, intimate moments of vulnerability and genuine connection shared among us. Every act, regardless of its size or visibility, serves as a loving reminder that kindness is not merely an isolated act, but instead a way of existence, cultivated and nurtured through the daily choices we make and interactions we engage in with one another. Finally, I urge you to take a moment to reflect on your personal experiences. Ask yourself, how can I emulate the compassion displayed by those biblical figures within my own life story? Who might I serve, uplift, and encourage within my community? By undertaking this reflective journey, we can ensure that the spirit of these uplifting stories ignites our hearts, creating a legacy that gracefully reverberates across generations. As we close this chapter today, may we hold fast to this profound truth. Acts of kindness are the vibrant threads that interlace our shared humanity. Let us consistently strive to contribute to this rich tapestry with love and compassion, bringing us closer to the deep teachings and timeless truths that the Bible offers. Thank you for joining us on this enlightening journey through the Chronicles of Compassion. Together, let us carry these invaluable lessons forward, living them out in our daily interactions and commitments to one another. Until we meet again, may your paths be filled with compassion, kindness, and love, illuminating the